She left the
Is it live? Are we live? Okay. So where do I look? Right here? Hey, everybody. I think I'm live. I don't know. I guess we'll find out shortly enough. Now, I apologize for the hold up. I apologize for not coming on where I usually come on, which is on Facebook. I'm shaking, but I'm out of town. And this has been, I'm in a hotel. So, you know, this is a hotel where, oh gosh, I'm trying to not talk like I'm in my character, but this is a hotel where there's not very great reception. Now, honey, I think your camera is down here. Shouldn't I flip it around and I be looking up here? Because well, go ahead, flip it around. Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, okay. Perfect. All right, y'all. So, first talk about my trip here. Like traveling in this new friggin' world is absolutely insane. Like, first of all, we get to the airport and like I thought that you had to pay for how many, baggages you had. Like I didn't know that you gotta pay per bag, plus you gotta pay if it's over 52 pounds. Like anything over 52 pounds. So they told me to pack like I was gonna be here for a while, like pack like at least 3 weeks. So I'm a girl already, I'm gonna overpack. So I get there and I'm outside at the dang, Skyman, and I'm pulling out drawers and girdles and all kinds of nonsense, trying to make my bag less than 52 when I was told. So come to find out, I'm supposed to have a media pass. Now, this is something I heard about and they told me about, but they never really explained how I'm supposed to get this thing. Like, it don't come with my SAG package, my Screen Actors Guild Union package, this media pass thing. I'm supposed to go. And when you're in the industry, you apply to your airport for this media pass so that you don't have to pay when you have to stay, for extended periods of time. And you can just walk right through. Y'all know how y'all be seeing celebrities walk through? It's because they got this media pass. Didn't nobody give me the media pass memo. And I didn't have nobody to meet me at the gate, walk me through like I'm 12 years old. So it was started off with drama. So now I'm up there trying to get through. Mind you, I'm dressed, I put a dress on because I know they do racially profile when you at the airport. And if you like wearing a tracksuit or you look too hip hop for the people, they will put you through over and over. So Poe Forrest, my husband, he just black. I mean, I don't care if he had a suit on. They made that brother go through 3 times. Now, I guess I live in a bubble because I keep telling y'all, I'm like, there is no race war. It ain't no race war. Quit trying to act like, honey, the first white lady I saw, when she looked at me, she was like, I accidentally brushed up against her, or she brushed up against me. And she was like, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And I was like, you good? We good. It's okay. It's not a problem. Like, okay. So a light bulb went off and I was like, okay, there's something more to that. Like, you good. It's all good. She relaxed. Then they put us now. The fun thing was being able to try to guess different celebrities under their masks. So I think I saw Haley Baldwin or Haley Baldwin lookalike. Now, I worked with her father, Steven. So, I met her when she was a little baby. So I have a little, soft spot in my heart. And it was one little girl looked just like her. And I was like thinking to myself, if this is Haley Baldwin, honey, you better tell your husband it is not fit for travel in the public airports anymore. If he ain't working it out for you with the whole private jet thing, if your uncle and your daddy ain't worked it out, you don't need to travel no more. I'm so thankful that they brought me and Forrest, because I couldn't have done it by myself. They put me on this little tram thing. And then I get on the tram thing and I look out the corner of my eyes and I see this white lady with a white baby, about 2 or 3 years old. And I heard her say, kick. But, I'm putting my bag in the tram, composite compartment, and I'm just moving on. When I walk by, this little baby kicked the dog stew out of me. Like, when little babies just first learn to kick, like this little baby, like, had been working them muscles out. Like this little baby said, with them little legs. And my first, instinct was like, but I knew it was the baby. So I was like, okay, it's the baby. And then I sat down and my leg was killing me. I was like, damn, that little baby just kicked this dog stuff inside of me. And I looked over and the mother had her look like she made the baby do that on purpose. And I knew right there, because I looked at the baby. And y'all can say what you want to say, but we are born into sin. And it is up to the parents to teach the child right from wrong. I tell you, that baby looked at me like, yeah, bitch, I kicked you. And what? And I was like, oh, cute little baby. Yeah, I let the baby bitch me. I admit it. The baby bitched me out. But it let me know right there, these people really think there's some kind of race war. So I just start praying it all off. Honey, if I tell you, we got to the gate and they had given us an upgrade. I was like, that ain't nothing but Jesus. Right there in the lady and the babe, the racist baby, and the racist lady, her sister, and 2 little babies, about 9 and 10. So I just said a prayer in my heart that they were all little girls, that they would all marry Black men. Because that's just that to me is the best prayer I can wish for them. That they can walk a day in the glorious shoes of being married to a Black man. So we get on, I done got my upgrade. We get on the plane and they get on first. And when we get to my seat, the white older lady and her sisters, just the one, is standing in my row. And my instinct was just like, oh, hell no. Like, I didn't mean to say it, but it came out. And so she was going to start something, but there was some bigger Black girls on the plane. And she looked over and changed her mind. Now, as God would have it, her babies were sitting right behind me. So she had to keep a look. Because I guess if she'd have been nice, she'd have got upgraded. I don't know. I ain't trying to say nothing. I don't know what it is, what make a people upgrade to somebody. So I'm sitting in front of her babies. Her baby, the 2 little girls sitting right behind me. So during the course of the plane, I'm praying because them little girls is bad. So I pull my seat back and I just give them one of them Black girl mama looks. And they chill out. And the mama come back there and she says, is everything okay? And the little girl says, everything is fine. Like, go sit your ass down, Ma. Because I'm coming up roses. and I ain't coming up thorns. Go sit down. So I said, okay, this is not that baby. So somebody coughed right behind us, and me and that baby turned around, and both of us gave that person a look like, don't start none, won't be none. And me and that baby had a moment. I mean, a real moment. And when we got off the plane, the mother looked at me, and we had masks on, but she looked at me, and I don't know, but I believe she changed, because the little baby came running to me, and she was like, get out the way, get out the way. So, I'm testifying again, as I always do, that the trip wasn't what it used to be, but I found the beauty in it. Then Forrest had to use the damn bathroom. And I'm like, nigga, you ain't two. Hold your piss. We ain't pissing in this whole circumference. You hold your piss till we get to the hotel. Shit. Of course, he gonna take his butt and go pee. So then we in the middle of the damn airport arguing because he got to pee, and I'm not trying to have none of that jumping on his pee parts. That's my pee. That's like me having to pee. No, nigga. So he went and peed, and then I was out on that. So let me let everybody in, because it ain't what it usually is, but it is what it is. So I pray that my people still in. Okay, here go. How I get back? I just invited Cookie in. You in here, Cookie? Because I don't see you.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
I get back? Where's she at? See, I just wait. Hold up on invite time. I'm going to invite. Close. There you go. Now, how I make us both be on the thing at the same time? No, I don't want her little like that. Oh, go like that?
Swipe left or right?
Okay, not that way. Swipe this way. I only got this here. It got to be little like that? Oh, I got to be little. All right, well, there you go. Okay, Cookie. Hi.
Hi.
That little bitty box sucks. But I'm thinking it'll fix this. Something gonna happen. We'll fix this, y'all, because I should test it, but I just literally got off of work. And, I'm thankful to be working, y'all. So that's what it is. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do to be able to do this for you. Because it is what it is. How have you been? I missed you last week.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Yeah, I apologize for my part in that, but I would like to get to know you, Miss Cookie.
Okay.
Who are you? I mean, we've been friends for so long. Like, you are the comedian of our century. You right up there with the Camachos and all the diva queens of comedy. You've been out on the road with Kat. You've done production work, I know, on that show. Can we take it back to your beginnings? I don't want to just say that show, but the show that is in a little bit of trouble right now.
That show is fine with me.
We're gonna get your opinion on what's going on right now with isn't it the same show that has Sharon Osbourne on it, right? No, it's a different show.
No, it's a different show.
That's the real.
Yeah.
You the real.
Yeah.
They kind of remind me of each other.
Yeah.
But I know and love both of those ladies. Well, we're gonna get all of that. So let's start from your comedic beginnings, Miss Cookie. When did you decide you were going to make a living out of being a comedian?
When I couldn't get a record deal.
Really? So you started off rapping?
No, I started off singing and
Really?
writing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was a writer for a record label in Detroit. And then they asked me to write a song called This Is the Way the Cookie Crumbles. And I couldn't see it being an R&B song. So I was like, that's maybe a rap song. So I didn't know how to write rap. So I just went and started listening to some of the greats and figured it out.
Who are the greats for you?
Back then, Rakim, Tupac, you know what I mean? Back then, Eric B,
So you started off in Detroit. So you're from Detroit.
Yeah, I'm from Detroit.
Okay,
and
so you started off in Detroit
in music.
In the music industry. So how did you make that transition then into comedy?
So when music wasn't like, it was like, music ain't
So
it.
how did the Cookie Crumble do? How did it do?
It did good. I mean, that's what I was telling you. I did this song and then it was a hit. And
Like,
so
can you sing a few bars? I don't remember Cookie Crumble.
Right. Nobody knows it. I probably can't even remember.
For me, because I'm in the Midwest. I should have got Cookie Crumble.
I'm coming at you with my flow. I'm on the go, toe to toe, as if you didn't know. Simply cookie, steady clocking all the cream, laid back, stepping on the scene. Know what I mean? It seems to be another SC production going on. I can't go wrong. That's why so many want to do bones. So it's on. My lyrics keep climbing to the top. I'm like Picasso. Flow be like a blaze and flame in shops, something like that.
That's hot. That's hot. So that was like, what year was that?
Shit, 95, 94.
And it was a local, like they play it locally on the radio. And
well, it didn't get to that point. I did it and it was a hit, and I knew it was a hit. Everybody around me knew it was a hit.
Who was it a hit to, Cookie? If it didn't get on the radio,
listen to what I'm saying though. You gonna let me finish the sentence, nigga, or you gonna keep interrupting it?
Here we go.
So I knew it was a hit, and the people on the label and everybody knew it was a hit, but their number one people on the label, which was some guys, got a little jealous. So it was some conflict. So so I end up just leaving the label, but I still had the song. So I sent the song to my cousin in California, and he sent it to some people and they liked it, and they asked me to come to California, and that's how I came to California. And so I just kind of like,
you came to California as a writer, a music writer.
Yeah. And
you got a job with this dude at a company?
No, I ain't getting no job. He just
was like, I like your song, come to California.
Okay, so I gotta tell you the story. I really don't want to say it. I really don't want to say the story, but I gotta tell you because you so inquisitive. You're gonna ask so many questions.
Right.
So I sent it to my cousin, who was a friend of Sharitha Knight.
Okay.
And she sent it to Sharitha and them, and they told me if I come to California, they was gonna give me a record deal. Okay. So I packed all my stuff in hopes of getting a record deal, meeting Tupac, Suge, all of them. There was Sharitha Knight, that was Suge's Knight's wife. Right. When I got to California, things didn't go like they would go. So I kind of chased music a little bit. And music led me to meet people like Michael Collier, Ronaldo Ray, and all them. So I'm hanging out with Michael Collier one day at the Comedy Store. And I'm waiting on them. And I'm standing by the phone. And I see Eddie Griffin come by, and he was on the Malcolm and Eddie show. And I was like, that's Eddie Griffin. I'm new. Okay. I'm new from Detroit. So I ain't been to California like 3-4 months. So I'm like, that's Eddie Griffin. So he walked up to me and said, that's a nice hat you got on, Eddie Griffin. And I said,
wait a minute. What you had on, Cookie? Let me know. Like, do you remember the hat?
Oh yeah, I had on a black derby.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, like Tito Jackson.
Derby.
Like Tito Jackson.
Yeah, kind of like that. The derby.
Okay, and then what you had on the suit? What was you rocking?
I probably was rocking a suit, knowing me, because I used to sell cars.
Okay. So Eddie, that's my boy. So Eddie came up to you, he was like, yo, I like that hat.
To me. And he said, I love your hat. And I said, yeah. He said, what's your name? And I said, Cookie. And then he said, you want to hang out? And I was like, hang out how? And he was like, hang out, have some drinks. And I said, okay, cool. And I went with him to Maribel's and we hung out. We had a few drinks and all that. And I got real close to Eddie. So one night I was at a show with him at the Comedy Store and I was watching him on stage. Huh?
Did he drink Vodka? Champagne?
Vodka? No, I didn't drink that till I started hanging out with Kat.
Okay.
Eddie used to drink a lot of Merlot back then.
Okay.
That was his thing, Merlot.
Okay.
So anyway, one night I was at the Comedy Store with Eddie and I watched him be on stage for like an hour and a half, just cracking up the audience, right?
Right.
So then when he got off stage, I said, hey, how much money do you make doing comedy? Okay. And he said, I make $50,000 a show. I said, for one show? He said, yeah. I said, I'm going to start doing comedy. He said, Cookie, how you know you're going to be funny? I said, well, nigga, I've been had you laughing all night.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, you're right. And so that's kind of how I decided to start doing comedy. So,
okay. So then
I made it up in my mind, but I didn't know which direction to go.
Okay.
But I started meeting more comedians, more and more comedians. So, like I say, I used to sell cars. So I used to hang out with the comedians, Spanky
and
Hayes.
What sign are you, Cookie? What's your sign?
Capricorn.
Okay, yes, that's about that money. Yes. Okay, so go ahead.
So I used to come down to LA and hang out with comedians like Spanky Hayes, Scruncho, Mike Epps, you name it, Howie Bell, Joe Blunt,
90s. Okay.
Everybody back then. And they used to stay in this little spot they called it the Carter. Remember the Carter from New Jack City? They used to stay in this little spot they called the Carter, and it was above it was above like some stores over off of Crenshaw and Vernon. And it was a bunch of comedians used to be up there. Them niggas that had no place to go. They used to be up there. The girls used to be up there. They used to be up there asleep, laying around, whatever. And I would come through literally with $150 worth of fish and French fries and sodas. And
where you get $150 from?
No, I'm saying I would buy food and bring it up there.
Yeah, how you get money?
I sold cars. I used to make $150,000 a year selling cars.
So for who?
For Chrysler.
Yeah, my brother sells cars for Lexus. Did they give you a free car?
Back then, no. Not back then. It wasn't far enough back then. That's when they had just started really taking them away from people.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. So now
one day,
you're going and visiting all the niggas, and because there's no women there, right?
Yeah, they there too. They girlfriends. I'm feeding everybody. I brought fish. I'm bringing French fries. I brought shrimp. I brought sodas. So
help me understand. Is it one big house or
like an open loft? Like it was above a store.
Right. Okay.
It was above a store, so it was like
and
a big
everybody
loft.
got their own little corner with their families.
No, not like that. Just like a couple niggas live up there and everybody spend the night and hang out, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody trying to come up, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
Bunch
it
of
sounds like, how the musicians would live together, like the Dungeon family, or, as they all come up and unite to make that music. It's like they're making that comedic music of a generation.
And not all of them live there, but they would stay the night, hang out. Yeah. I'm not saying them niggas was like poor, homeless, They was upcoming upcoming comedians. So
right. I get it.
So anyway, one day I drive down there and Spanky Hayes is there, and he goes, man, I got something going on. I go, what? He said, I got a show in Riverside, California. And I go, well, I live out there. And he was like, I need a ride. And I said, okay, I'll take you out there. No big, because I got to go back out there because I live out that way. So he was like, okay. in Moreno Valley was the show, but I live in Riverside. So anyway, so then he was like, all right, cool. So then he was like, man, I'm like, dang, what's wrong now? He was like, I need a female to do the show. And I said, Spanky, I'll do it. And he was like, Cook, for real? I was like, I'll do it. He was like, you will come do the comedy?
Female to do the show, like to open for him?
No, he wanted a female to put on the show, you know, like to put a female on the show. You know what I'm saying?
On the bill. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, he had been, he had been hiring guys. He was the host. So he had been hiring guys. So he wanted to hire a female to actually do the show.
Like what's that? A Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah, like
the host.
Right.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. So you got your first shot. Who else was on the bill?
It was just me, him, and some other people I really don't remember. But
all right.
He said, you would do it, Cook? I said, yeah. He said, I'll pay you $250. I said, nigga, guess what? I'll bring you back home.
Right.
He didn't have a ride. So I said, I'll bring you back home to Los Angeles from Riverside. You gonna pay me $250 too? So
let's do it.
We go out there and he introduced me to the stage and he gives me the mic and I go up there and I just said whatever the hell I said, and it was funny as fuck. And
okay, now let's be honest, Cook. Did you just go up there and just say whatever you said, or had you thought out kind of when you got your shot, what you would talk about?
Kind of. I don't remember it.
Our listeners, inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, I kind of went over what I thought I wanted to say, and I did good. I did excellent.
Right.
And so I got kind of like bitten the ass by the comedy bug, and just from then
you were hooked.
I was hooked.
So they say, Cook, that you're supposed to have a set 5 minutes that you memorize, then a set, 10 minutes, and then break it down until you get to 20. Did you do that? Was that part of your programming? Did you begin with a set 5, or did you just go up that first time and riff and make it happen for yourself?
No, I just kind of went up there and stayed up there till he gave me the light and told me to come down, and just tore it up from the beginning to the end. Just whatever I was saying.
So what happened after that? How did you get your next gig?
Well, the next gig was the same club, because the next week Spanky couldn't get out there because he didn't have a car. So he called me. He said, Cook, can you go host for me? And you keep half the money and send me half the money, and you host the show. So I said, okay, because I live like 10 minutes from the place. So I go up there and I do it again. I told the dudes that was promoting it. Spanky said I can host the show. They let me host the show. And I hosted the show. I did good. I had a good time. They paid me whatever. So then the next week, Spanky couldn't come again.
Wow.
So he called me again and say, can I host the show? So I go up there and host the show. So finally he come back the third week and he hosted or whatever. So it eventually came that Spanky couldn't make it out there because he didn't have a vehicle. So I ended up being the host of the show. So what happened was I started promoting and helping and telling people to come see me.
And growing the spot,
growing it. And the next thing you know, one night the guys, this is an honest to God truth, the guys, mind you, I ain't been from Detroit but like 6 months, and so the guys that was promoting come to me one night and say, hey, we ain't got enough money to pay you. And I said, huh? And they said, we can't pay you. I said, this place was packed tonight. What y'all mean y'all can't pay me? He was like, well, we paid the DJ and we paid security, and, we had to pay the door lady. And I said, but none of them motherfuckers told jokes.
Or made them.
Not one of them motherfuckers told jokes. So you actually should have paid me first.
Right.
Because I'm the one that was up there telling the motherfucking joke.
So what happened?
But when I said that, his boy said, who you cussing at? Right? I said, because I'm the one that was up there telling the motherfucking joke. So his partner said, who you cussing at? So I said, wait a minute, what you mean who I'm cussing at? I said, I'm cussing at you and this nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna be nice because I'm on your show. So so then it got a little heated. And I told dude, I said, dude, I don't know, you must think I'm like a local chick or something. I'm straight from Detroit. And I don't know none of you niggas. And that's a good indication that I really don't give a damn about neither one of y'all. And it can go down right now. So his boy was like, I was like, I don't need nothing. We could go like this, bro. I don't need nothing. We could go. That's what you want to do. We could go. So his boy was like, no. I was like, let him go. You ain't got to hold him or nothing. I'm going to knock this nigga out. That's what's going to happen. I'm not scared of you. Either I'm going to get my ass whooped or you going to get your ass whooped.
Right. One of 2 days going down.
So his boy like, no. Next thing you know, his boy going fucking gave me the money. Like, here you go. I said, good. That's all y'all had to do. I said, now check this out. I'm not coming back. So I don't need conflict in my life. So I didn't come back. So when I didn't come back, the show shut down. People quit coming. It was over.
Right.
So about a month and a half later, it was some Middle Eastern guys that owned the place. I told my buddy Wood Doctor with the puppet, I said, call them and ask them, can we have the show back? And he called them and they said, Cookie said, can she have it? It was like, yes, tell her she can have the show back. She can have it, right? So I said, tell them we're going to be there in a month. This was October. I said, we're going to do a Thanksgiving show. So we go and we do the show and people came out because they had been calling, because back then it was still, calling one of the pagers and stuff. It was pagers and stuff. So people had been calling. So we get the show back. So now I get the show back. I started promoting it. It's the hottest Thursday night in LA. I used to go down to LA and see what all the other clubs was playing.
What'd you call it?
Just Cookie Hall Comedy Show. It wasn't Cookie Comedy Show. Simply
Put
Cookie
the name
Show.
On it. Right.
Simply Cookie Show. But back there,
so it got hot. It got hot not only with the comedians coming on, but also you were packing the house.
Oh yeah. I was packing the house to the point they was hearing about it in LA. All the comedians was hearing about it in LA. And they was hitting me up like, can I come do the show? And I was like, yeah. So I found out that they was paying like $300-400 in LA. So I started paying $500, $600, $700, $800. And I was getting everybody. So that's how I met Ronaldo and Michael Collier and Cat Williams and Bruce and all of them. I had all of them because they heard about that money out there. So they started coming and it was a party, Evan Lionel, and there was plenty of women out there. So they was an hour away from they bitches.
Right.
So they was like, yeah, I put them in the room. I had it hooked up. So then after I would do the comedy show from 10 to 12, I would get up and DJ from 12 to 2 myself. And to keep the party in there and talk shit on the comedy shit on the mic and DJ and keep the party in there. So the Middle Eastern guys, they love me. Every Thursday night was the hottest Thursday night in the whole Moreno Valley. Like his guys still it's comedians that that still go, man, I still got 3-4 bitches out there cook.
Babies. They got 3-4 babies out there.
Yeah. So then everybody kind of started booking me in LA because I was booking them at my club, and that kind of opened the doors for me. So you
came into the game as a boss for all intents and purposes. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So you got that respect initially as being a lady boss, and in return, that's how you came in the game with so much respect to be able to go on the road with the people, the caliber of people. So you started. So did you get to the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store?
Oh yeah, when I first started coming down there, they was thumping me in the forehead. Get away, bitch! No.
Right.
We don't know you. Wow, get away! They was thumping me right in the forehead.
Did you meet Pauly Shore's mom?
I never met her until later on. But shut up. I never met her till later on, and then they was slamming doors in my face when it came to those type of clubs. Like even Pookie was like, I came off tour with Cat Williams, and Pookie was like, well, you got to do the New Faces show on the Sunday night. And I was like, I just left the $42 million tour, and this Chocolate Sundays.
Okay.
I said, I just left a $42 million tour. You want me to do new faces, like get in line behind 60 people and sign a list? I said, look here, bro, I tell you what, I ain't gonna never do this show. And I've never done Chocolate Sundays, not one time in my career.
Right. I thought
and
that
Spike too. Spike, you know, Spike at the Improv.
Okay.
So when I first
know, I probably know when I see them.
Well, other people know.
But so go ahead. So he did the same thing too.
I go to him and I say, hey, you know, I would like to get on stage on Monday night, whatever. So he go, what you gonna do for me? I go, oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna become your personal trainer, you fat, sweaty mother. That's what I'm gonna do for you.
Okay, let's get into it then, because you just opened a dang on comedy sleeves door. What does that mean, Cook? What the hell does that mean? What did he think you was gonna do?
I don't know, but I told him, I said, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna become your personal trainer.
I mean, did he think you was gonna what? I'm curious. I'm really serious.
I'm just gonna say he's a good friend of mine. I'm just gonna say right now today, he's a good friend of mine, and that was the conversation. See, you got to understand this, P. You got to understand. People in this game got amnesia. They don't remember the days that I met them at CVS and gave them their rent money, gave them their light bill money. They don't remember them days that I took care of your kids, that I took care of your dog, your bird. You don't remember, you got amnesia. See, they got convenient amnesia. And see, my memory is good. And that's why you don't hear my name out of a lot of people's mouths, because my memory is good. And I do remember some of the messed up shit you did to people. But I wouldn't allow you to do it to me, because then you got to put these up. You see what I'm saying? So I don't play them games. And so that's why I had to take I was genuinely a friend to Lonnie Love. I don't give a shit. I said out loud, I was a genuine friend to her. I was on before her because I had come off tour with Cat Williams. So I was on way before her.
Before we go there, how did you get that tour? How did that happen? Is that the biggest tour that you've ever gone on to date?
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Because when I had the club out in Moreno Valley, when Cat came out there and did my club, me and Cat became best friends. We was inseparable. We was best friends. A nice guy. And I knew he was going to be a superstar. I just seen it. I seen it more than he did at that point. You know what I'm saying? I seen it more than him. And I told him, I said, you're going to change the game, the face of comedy. That's why I say, whether they remember these conversations or not, I remember them, because I knew he was going to change the face of comedy, because he was just so freaking funny. You know what I'm saying? But he was missing something. And when he got what he was missing, and then he just took off.
What was that? And what do you perceive he was missing?
Style. Just a little bit of style.
Right. And then he adds his own niche with that style.
To draw people in. You got to have that swag to draw people in.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So how did Lonnie play into that? Because I
met her on the comedy circuit. She's from Detroit. We both from Detroit. I met her on the comedy circuit. I friended her because I'm a natural friend. How long we been friends?
That's back home. So that's your home.
No, I didn't meet her at home. I met her in Los Angeles. You see what I'm saying? I took her backstage with me, Universal Amphitheater, when we got 7 sold-out shows with Cat. I'm you know what I'm saying? Don't act like I was just like this leech she called me on the real, that this leech trying to get talk about me. No, somebody asked me a question and I answered it, and you mad because I answered it truthfully. But I ain't worried about you. I'm worried about my soul. I ain't worried about you. You see what I'm saying? I'm worried about this here. So I answered it truthfully. And that's what sparked the whole, I went trending and all that stuff.
I don't understand. You're going to have to break it down. Once again, tell the story. Because I don't know.
What happened was, we was friends, and she got the gig on the Reel. And,
okay.
Of course.
So how did that happen? You guys were friends. Did you go out for it as well?
No. That's all her. That was all her stuff she was doing.
So she had
through her management company. Yeah, through her agent and management company. So she
booked it, and she came to you, and she was like, "Look, I booked it.
I want you to be a writer for me on it. I'm gonna pay you, and I want you to be a writer for me."
So explain how that works as a personal writer to someone on a show like The Reel.
Well, I don't know the way it works with everybody else, but generally she would email me the scripts or the segments or whatever.
Also, okay, so there's a setup script.
Yeah,
that
it was back then. Yeah.
So is there like they read it off the teleprompter, or they memorize, and both?
And both. They was doing both.
So do they write their own questions, or these questions are given to them?
No, they were coming from the producers, that producers.
So there's no journalistic quality about it?
No, not that I know of. It's just mostly like a gossip type,
But their opinions are their own?
Gossip type thing. Huh?
So are they given their own opinions, or?
Basically, yes. Yes.
Okay.
So they're giving their own opinion. So at that point, she wanted her opinion to be funny. Of course, because she's a comedian.
Right.
And who else to come to but the master?
Right.
To make those shit funny. And I'm who I am. You see what I'm saying? So I would take all these scripts, all these segments for the whole day, whatever they were. I would go over them and I would say some funny stuff and I'd email it back to her. And she paid me every week. And she paid me a little bit of money, but at that time in my life, I needed that little bit of money. So I didn't care. So, you know what I'm saying? You get to that point in life where, you don't get your worth, but you get, but you're thankful. And I'm always thankful. So, so I was being paid for my services. No matter what nobody say, you could go back over how far as you want to go back. You never catch me not on point. Even when I'm broke, I don't look it. You see what I'm saying? You never catch me. I'm always
like Jesus, baby. Right.
I'm always together.
Even when because you baby, you better look good. Right.
I'm always together because that doesn't define me. You see what I'm saying? Money don't define me. I've never went a whole year without money. Who has? Have you ever went a whole year without money? I don't know too many people. Homeless people don't go a whole damn year without money. They get some form of money. So I'm never worried about money.
That's
you see what I'm saying? It's gonna come. You see what I'm saying? You throw it out there in the universe, it's gonna come.
Right.
So, but not knowing that my friends are on some 48 laws of power type shit, and this is the type of shit y'all own and all that kind of shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So basically so I told the story about Tamar, which was Lonnie we were sitting in her living room. I was sitting on the floor. She was sitting on the couch. And she started talking about Tamar. Some things she just like, I don't like her. I want her off the show. I'm gonna be the only funny ghetto girl on this show. And so, she doing Dancing with the Stars. She gonna miss 52 episodes on Dancing with the Stars. And our ratings ain't bad. They still going up. So we don't really need her on the show. You know what I'm saying? She trying to I'm trying to win me an Emmy. And so I'm gonna email that and tell her, I'm gonna say that, the ratings are still the same, or the ratings are better. We really don't need her on the show. Boom. So now then Tamar get hurt on Dancing with the Stars. And this story is all over the internet. She gets hurt on Dancing with the Stars. So she was like, Tamar got hurt on Dancing with the Stars. I was like, oh yeah, I seen it on the news or whatever. She was like, yeah, so now she a liability. I'm an email network, and tell them, she an insurance liability. They really don't need her on the show. Now, everybody can say, what they want to say about that, but this is coming out of my mouth, went in my ear. So it came out of my mouth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Whatever you say, what you want to fucking say. And when on the internet, they was like, oh, they're in a lover's quarrel and they're all kind of shit. They say what they want to say. But at the end of the fucking day, that's what happened. And so now the people and then, okay, we would be in the dressing room and stuff like that. She would be mad because Tamar's wardrobe was more expensive than her wardrobe. Okay. You see what I'm saying?
And isn't Tamar married to an expensive man?
Hey, the deal is the deal when you get the deal you get wardrobe at the end.
But I don't think, I mean, if it's anything like a reality show, they don't get
well, at the same time, you're right, because he can get vendors to give her more different
right.
stuff.
It's your own hustle.
Right. So she was just kind of like jealous of her. But at the same time, P, I didn't know that she was underhanding me because I'm too busy being a good friend. I don't know how to be.
Wait a minute. First of all, I got two questions. First of all, did she ever bring you on set?
Oh, I was on set all the time. How you think I know everything?
Right. Because I thought you heard in her living room.
No. That's when she wrote the letter to the network about the Tamar thing, when she was writing it on her laptop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She was typing it up on her laptop. She was reading it. She read it back to me a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? What she was saying to them. And specifically, she was saying she missed this many episodes and now she's hurt and she could be a liability, insurance liability, and blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying?
So my second question is, do you think she wanted to dance on Dancing with the Stars? And do you think it would have been a different story?
She wanted to sit in that middle seat at the reel and be Barbara Walters, because that's what she wanted. You know what I'm saying?
But isn't that what she does?
Well, at first, because it was like, you got to understand, Tamar had a bigger fan base. You know what I'm saying?
Tamar had the middle seat at first.
Tamar had a bigger fan base. Tamar is funnier. You know, it's a lot of aspects to that. People look at it, you know, she was funnier, a lot of stuff. So I can't sit here and speculate what somebody underlying doing.
But I'm just asking. So Tamar had the middle seat.
No, she sat on the end, but she had the attention.
But Whoopi doesn't always get the attention, but it doesn't take away from Whoopi being the mother struggling.
Okay,
woman. You know what I'm loving, like daily, like.
So Whoopi, that's the way you see it, but you're not looking through her eyes, are you?
Whoopi is evolved.
No, I'm not talking about Whoopi. I'm talking about Lonnie. You're not looking through her eyes. You're not inside of here. You don't know what she's thinking. I'm
trying not to go there about Lonnie. I'm trying to compare her to someone I do truly accept and respect and understand. So my answer, Whoopi is evolved, is saying basically Lonnie is not. If those are her concerns, you at least on the dang on panel. That's the blessing.
Right.
And you already have the seat that you covet. So why not make it?
Why do people do underlying shit?
Why they killed Jesus? Right.
Supposedly, yeah.
So how did the shit hit the fan?
With who? With me and her?
All of the above. When you came out, and was it after Tamar?
Well, with me, I never was able to say anything because I didn't have a platform, or nobody never asked me the question.
Right.
And then one day, a comedian asked me, we was talking, another comedian, me and him was talking. And he said, and we started talking about that. And I said, yeah, Lonnie, because he was like, Tamar believed that Lonnie. I said, yeah, Lonnie. I said, think about it. Lonnie, the only one got something to say when it's talked about. The other girls sitting there like deers in the head, like they don't know what's going on, you know. And so he said, can I tell Tamar? I said, yeah, you could tell her. I don't care what she gonna do about the truth. What they gonna do to me anyway? They know me.
Had you and Lonnie fallen out at this time, or
no? She quit after Tamar left the show. This is the honest to God truth. She was supposed to shoot this pilot, and she said, "Cook, I'm gonna put you on the pilot on the panel, right?" And so I said, okay, cool. So she said, I'm gonna put you on the panel. So the couple days before they were supposed to shoot, I'm in Detroit taking care of my mother, right? So she called me and said, you gonna make it back? And I said, yeah, I'm gonna make it back. So I make it back to California. I get an outfit. I go get my hair done, my manicure, pedicure.
That's right, you're fresh.
I show up at the set and everybody act like they didn't know who the hell I was. And she, including her, she didn't call me, she didn't text me, she didn't say nothing. And to this day, she hasn't called me, text me, or said anything. She just quit talking to me altogether, which is fine. Then just life, you get to make your decisions in life. And I always say this about people. When you decide to quit talking to me and you come back and decide you ready to talk to me, that's when I'm gonna decide I'm not gonna talk to you till I'm ready to talk to you. You see what I'm saying? You open that door and now I don't have to talk to you no more if I don't ever want to, as long as I dwell this earth.
Okay, so she had her pilot, God Don't Like Ugly, and then that's when you had no regard anymore. So if your friend wanted to talk about it, you were like, okay, talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I did. Right. I did an interview with Comedy Hype, and he asked me the question, and I just answered it honestly. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I don't lie to people. It's people that deserve a lie. It's some people that really deserve a lie. It's like you can't tell them the truth. They don't know what to do with it. No way. But
so
I'm
just
now
saying, that it's all said and done, do you miss her?
Miss her? No, I don't miss nobody like that. No.
Would you have liked it to have gone differently? Did you guys ever sit down face to face? And did she ever reach out?
Not to this day. Didn't you hear me? Not to this day. It don't even matter. God. It don't even matter to this point. You got to remember one thing, PJ. People are a part of the journey. They not the journey. Okay? They not the journey. They just a part of it. So at any part, if we part, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I don't wish no harm on nobody. That gives me no satisfaction. It don't make me no extra money or nothing like that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave you alone and you leave me alone and life goes on.
So how has life gone on? Now, other than being on our show, what else are you doing as far as comedy? Now, I met you, I got obviously before all of this, and we did Taco Shop and you killed the game. Are you still acting? Do you have representation? Do you go on the road? Well, I guess nobody's going on the road really now, right?
Right. I am fortunate enough that God and the universe keep me busy doing something. Keep me busy being creative. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you so much.
And you know, I was musically inclined because that's what got me to California is music. So as when I started the comedy club, I decided I decided that I would do rap comedy music. Okay.
And I've heard a lot of
was take my jokes and put them over original tracks. Now, I'm pretty sure it's probably been done somewhere on the universe before, but in our comedy world, it had never been done before. So other than like Mom's Mabley putting her jokes over some original
back in the day.
So I do my history, I do my research. So anyway, so the rap comedy thing is what I came up with, which putting your jokes over original beats. And I started, this is what I meant to tell you. I started a TV show out there in the comedy club where I used to present people and put them on local TV. Okay. And it was called the Simply Cookie Show. And I used to get sponsors. I used to have people cut me checks every month for a sponsor. And I would shoot them a commercial and play their commercial.
Yes,
that's with my TV
that's
show.
A great segue. Let me let our girl Zandra in. So there she go. Okay.
I used to get sponsors. I used to have people write me.
Hey, Z. Welcome.
Hey.
You look beautiful. The lady in red.
So natural.
So that's what Zandra is working out with us right now. The whole sponsorship and growing, because, you know, one-on-one producing is never spend your own money. So that's fly. So you worked with public access.
Yeah, I worked with public access, right. And I was able to I went out to different companies, and you know what, public access were charging them like $7,000 to do a commercial. I was charging them $1,000, and I was integrating the commercial with my show. So I had them giving me a check every week, and I was promoting them at the comedy club also. So they was giving me, but I was doing it all by myself. You know what I'm saying?
So do you have some of that footage still? Do you still have some of that footage? Because people are thirsty for footage.
Listen, I used to tape my show every Thursday night. I used to sit a camera up, PJ, and put the old VHS tape in there like this and tape it for 3 hours every night. I had everybody on tape you can imagine, because they all came to the club. I had 62 tapes. Somebody stole them out of my storage. So they're out there. They're out there in the universe.
Well, you're going to have to start all over. Welcome, Z. How's your week been?
It's been amazing.
You look lovely.
Thank you. You're such a natural beauty.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I worked, and, you know, it's a natural beauty day. But I'm here because, as I say, the show must go on. Now, we missed you last week, Cookie, and we talked about Oprah's show and the princess. And I just want to make it known right here and now, I am not a member of cancel culture. And no, I did not notice no rolling of the eyes. And if I did, I am not on my show pitting two powerful black women against each other. So if I saw it allegedly, I didn't see it.
No one rolled their eyes.
And Oprah don't need nobody help. Go ahead, baby. What did you say?
I said no one rolled their eyes.
You said Oprah was like,
no.
And that took her right back to Miss Ragland. She knew what it was. She knew what it was. So we didn't really get to get your opinion. Did you see any of the not what we talked about necessarily, but Oprah's interview with the Duke and Duchess?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
Now there have been, you know, more things have come out in terms of the royal response, of course, was that, you know, we acknowledge and we're sorry that she felt that way, but, you know, some of the opinions around here differ. Everybody don't see it how they see it. So since then, you know, some of the things that she talked about that they didn't address or shut down for Wills and his wife, like the rumor that Wills was cheating on his wife with a neighbor. So, Cookie, can we get your take on the response that the British royal family had in regards to everything that was said?
Yeah. One sec. Hold on. Hello, everyone. Hello. I am the Queen of England, and I am here to defend the fact that we do have black people in England. We have black people in England, and the black people in England are very happy cleaning the castle. Okay, so we would like to say to Miss Megan, I got my DNA from Ancestry.com. Markle that we love you and bring my grandchildren back before I have to send the Secret Service. And to my son, I told you to wear a prophylactic. I told you. Now we have all these spectacles and we don't like black people. It's been black people on my payroll since 3000.
So wait a minute, I'm not done, Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, ma'am.
If you would just come out and say that, don't you think all of this extra drama would just end? Will you please just tell the world you like them?
No, I did a TikTok and I told them that I love black people. You go to my TikTok, okay? I love black people. I put black people in camera so you can see them following me and picking up stuff behind me.
What stuff?
I got a black liver from somebody who died 20 years ago and I needed a liver. I love black people. I just don't want them in the castle. That's all.
Is that why you sent to the Froggy Castle?
That's right. I gave them their own castle. It had fried chicken and everything, watermelon in it and everything. And they know they wanted to be in my castle. I said, look, I'm the only one in my castle. I like to watch Power and be in my castle alone. Okay,
so you don't watch The Crown. You watch Power.
I watch Power and the Proud Family. I love them both. I love them both.
Queen.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So you find 50 Cent sexy?
That 50 cents and a half, I was going to put him on a couple of coins here in England, and they got mad at me because we don't have any dark coins. So I was going to put him on a coin. They said, we don't have any dark coins. So I drew him on a $5 bill, and I keep it under my mattress because I love that $50 man. I love him.
Well, that is love. So can you explain to us why you wouldn't let Meghan Markle wear the fancy crown for her wedding?
Well, this crown has never touched that type of hair. We generally don't get our hair from the store in the corner. So that hair cannot touch the crown. I tell her, I say, you let my beautician wash your hair with these fine berries and juices that me and Puffy use, and then I'm going to let you use the crown. But no, she didn't want to use VO5 and Aquanet. So I told her, if you don't want to use VO5 and Aquanet, you can have it with the crown.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to take it off to you, Queen Elizabeth, because I have no more questions. You said it all. You've answered all my questions. I really hope and pray that your husband gets better because he's very, very sexy still.
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. I've had those before. I'll find another one. It's no big deal.
You know, my grandmother remarried at 92.
That's right. I'm going to remarry and I'm 176.
I love you to have a glorious, no, we're not even going to say that because we're not going to wish that on your current husband.
And you tell that Obama, I love this Obama Kush. It's my favorite.
Well, thank you. Can we get Cookie back now? Because
she had to go to the restroom. She had to go to the royal toilet. Hold on.
With Cookie. Now, Cookie. Oh, she's back there.
The queen came on.
That was classic.
I'm here for the funny. I'm here for the funny.
I loved it. I loved it. It was very my hero, Howard Stern. So I lived for it. Thank you. And
no problem.
It got me because I was like, where did that come from? So I love that you threw that at us. And it was
just sitting here. It was just sitting here when you started talking about it.
Huh? I loved it, Mama. That was so cute. Now, you asked me one day about the immigrants. You know, when I was talking about my boy Trump and the Uyghurs in China, you asked me about the, and I don't know if now that it's been more in the news that, I really did some homework so I could talk to this intelligently with you. And I wanted to have a Latin person on tonight. And I am still, but y'all know it was one of them nights. And I know that it is definitely something I would like to discuss with Latin people. But in my research, I have found that those cages that were built, Cookie, the cages,
Mm-hmm.
Donald didn't build them cages.
Right.
Obama built them cages.
Okay.
So Donald tried to build the wall.
Right.
When Uncle Joe came in, he stopped all wall building. So now statistics say that over just in the month of February, I think it was 100,000 people came over illegally. Because I don't get it. This is all Mexico to me. But over, was it 30,000 children, minors that were unattended. And I think the number was like 3,200 of them were under the age of 12.
Okay.
So we've been seeing pictures of these children, even in Biden's administration, sleeping in these cages that he claims Trump made. So can we, now that I've said all of that, I know you've done some of your own research. Can we talk about that? What are your feelings now that Biden has taken administration and nothing has changed in terms of immigration?
You're still Black, right?
I sure am.
And nothing's changed, right?
No.
So what y'all expecting?
These
are people, first of all, we're not in their shoes. We don't live in their situation. We are very fortunate to be in our shoes and live in our situations. These are people that's coming over here to talk.
We walk the mile in our shoes to be
Exactly, but not you and me personally, because our ancestors did.
Y'all should see my corn right now. It literally, my bunion, it got the skin peeled off of it.
Well, put some butter on it.
But we ain't gonna butter. I'm in a hotel. But the point is, my feet hurt.
This is 2021. If a person wants to come and better themselves, why do they need a bunch of damn paperwork to come over here and better themselves? We don't need nothing but a passport when we go to England, when we go to Afghanistan, when we go to Paris. We don't need nothing but a passport.
No, when I've worked in Alberta, Canada. I've also worked in Toronto, and I do have to stand through the immigration lines. I do have to do I do have to get a work permit. I have to apply for a work permit. The studio does it for me.
That's Canada. That Canada ain't North America. This is America.
Right?
That's Canada.
Okay.
Canada's been ruled like England for years. Like the Queen, you don't even see paper on the ground in Canada.
So you think it's okay for any Joe, Johnny, and Mike to just come on over and just work?
Over where? This is a earth. This is a big earth. This is a world. That's the key. That's the gateway. That's the gateway to freedom. To financial stability to them. That's the gateway. The gateway of financial stability to you was acting. That was your gateway.
Right.
You can't be mad at people's gateway. They trying to do better for their kids. I can't believe that I can't believe that in this day and age that there's still people trying to sneak into this country. Why should they be trying to sneak? Why should they be trying to sneak to come over here? I think personally, I love that it's people that want to work at regular job, McDonald's and stuff. I like McDonald's French fries, don't you? So I'm not going to cook them. So it's got to be somebody that's there to cook them. Those people don't care. They don't care about nothing but coming over here, working and having being able to go home and watch their flat screen and have a beer and chill out. Me and you, we want a legacy. Zandra, we want a legacy. We want more. We want more. We want more than that. That's why can't nobody close the gateway of comedy. That's where I'm going. Acting, radio. What if somebody said, look, you just can't come on and be an actress like that?
But they
you
do,
be an actress.
How many black girls do you see on Telemundo? None, because you don't watch the Telemundo.
Yes, I do. I have watched Telemundo. I watched Telemundo because look, I'm gonna tell you, see, that's something you don't know about me.
I watch. We come in all shades and sizes. I probably got some Latino in me. I don't know. I'm just saying.
You do got some Latino in you.
They thought I was. They took me under their wing because they thought I was Latino from Friday, like they really did. So I get what you're saying. There are Latino people, your complexion look just like you. I know that. Right. I'm talking about Black American girls. Now, one thing is I don't speak the language. So I give them a pass because I don't speak it and I'm not going to trip and try to learn it. So that's okay.
Well, but again, this is 2021. I don't have to speak the language when Siri do. She speak the language.
Okay,
so when you say "como estás" to me, I say, Siri, what's the response to "como estás"? Huh?
There are Black women that are actresses who do speak the language.
Oh yeah.
Are they letting them work over there like they are working over here? And I don't have a problem with anyone coming over here.
Well, understand.
I have a problem with it being done illegally.
Okay,
there's
understand. Wait, PJ, you got to understand the vast of work basis over there to over here. It ain't like it's a whole lot of work in Mexico.
Well,
okay.
First of all, you're assuming that all Mexicans are poor.
No, I didn't. I just said when I'm in work, we talking entertainment. You was talking entertainment. I'm saying it ain't no whole lot of. You got Telemundo and a few other channels, but it ain't no whole lot of work over there. The work is here.
There are a lot of Mexican Americans. Go ahead, Zandra.
Telemundo is here.
They have a Telemundo here, but it's based in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Mexican Americans that are out here balling.
Right.
I mean, they can do a whole, rich Asians for rich Mexicans, like I can't just say all Mexicans, but Latinos, are in positions of power.
Oh yeah, as they should
within
be.
The government, also, I agree with you. And I don't agree with you just about Mexicans. I agree with you across the board. Right. But what I'm saying is this is not the wild, wild west.
Right.
We cannot be that country that everybody just say, get on board the USA train. They got to come over here with some respect to how we run our game. And I don't care if you want to come over here and work. I do believe you got to at least know how to say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Nobody saying it with me?
They can say
one
it
nation under a rule. No, okay. Well, I think they got to know something about the country they want to work in. Because if I'm going over to England to work, I got to at least know who William Shakespeare is. That's disrespectful, not true.
Why? William Shakespeare is not finna come by McDonald's.
Huh?
Why you need to know who he is?
On damn McDonald's.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. See what I'm talking about, Zandra?
A Day Without a Mexican. See? Didn't you see
that?
A Day Without a Mexican?
It started as a classical play, and it was A Day Without Women. Clytemnestra. The Spike turned it. Liza Strata. and Spike turned it into that movie, what was Chirac.
Right.
So everybody's taken that concept. It started as women saying, until our men stop killing each other, we cutting off the nookie. No nookie till y'all been nice to the bookie. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
So that was a take of A Day Without Mexicans. And that was a poignant movie. What did you get from that?
Well, I lived in Port Hueneme, and in Port Hueneme, it's
what's that?
It's off the coast of. It's like 30 minutes past Malibu off the beach.
Oh, how sexy! Okay,
but there were a lot of there's a lot of farmland there. So, like Dole and like where we get our fruits and vegetables. They have like a big strawberry festival there.
Right, I'm from Cleveland. I know.
So a lot of the
kids tipping and stuff like that.
A lot of the kids that went to the school, you know, their parents or they as well worked in the fields. So I know a lot of our produce comes from the work that comes from people crossing the border.
So you really got to see that up front, live and personal, some of that orange picking, because my only mental experience is the Richard Pryor movie. Which way is up? Which was the Richard Pryor when he played the preacher and all the different people, and Lynette McGee was in it, and his best friend took her away from him, and his job was picking oranges.
Okay.
So that's my only, mental image of what that entails.
Well, see,
but I understand
we're doing it.
It's like they're cotton picking.
We were the trade farmers. So my family, they were trade croppers.
Right.
At one time, my grandmother worked in the fields.
Oh, wow. Mine too. But my mom has cotton. For us, it's cotton. Okay. For you guys, it was oranges.
It was onions. I remember talking about onions and all kind of stuff.
Right.
The fields. And what's so crazy, I got to say this point. Cesar Chavez.
Oh, wow. Yes.
When they tried to burn his ass up.
Right.
That was my aunt and uncle's property. He was in their shed in the back. That was the property that they burned.
The beauty of that story I'm also gleaning is that Latinos and Blacks live together in harmony as sharecroppers.
And then they took over that market.
Right.
From us. Right. We didn't want to do it anymore. We wanted to do other things.
So are they owners? Or is your point that they're all basically illegals?
Are doing a lot of
over here. Huh?
They're doing a lot of that work, and also people complain.
So they're not owning at all. Nobody owns the property, but
I don't know.
People.
But I doubt that many of them own it here in the States. Most of them.
So they're being used as.
I mean, it seems like being out there and picking fruit or nuts or berries or whatever you're doing seems to still be one of those jobs that a person can come from another country and they don't necessarily need no dialogue. They don't necessarily need
education.
They can just go and work and get money and then build from that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
See, with Cesar Chavez now, there's a union for them, right?
Right.
But there's a misconception that people that are crossing over are not paying taxes. Well, they are, because the taxes are coming out of their check. So they are paying taxes.
So how are they getting a check if they're not even legally supposed to be working?
They still have a.
Have you ever Googled how many Jose Sanchez's there are?
Okay, so they're getting these illegal checks. So why are they getting in all the trouble?
No, they're not getting illegal checks.
The farmers have to pay with
so much a bushel or a barrel.
Taxes are taken out of those checks.
Okay, but my question becomes, how can you pay taxes if you are not a legal citizen? How? So it doesn't begin with the worker, it begins with the employer. Why are you employing someone who is not who is an illegal citizen, then taking taxes and claiming them?
Because the government is going to take those taxes.
That's the game.
So if the government is taking taxes from you,
this is sociology 101. The game is to make people think they don't pay taxes. They are paying taxes.
Okay, but then my point becomes, if you pay taxes, you a citizen.
That's why they think they have. That's why. Okay. That's why when they come over here, they just want to be a citizen.
If you take taxes, if you get a check and taxes are coming out, that's just how it works. It doesn't make you a citizen.
You should be. But
at the end of the day, we talking this same society, this same country that ain't changing for nothing. They know what's going on. You think they don't know?
If you are here with any type of job, I don't care what it is, from cleaning floors, then you become a viable use to society. Therefore,
you're a citizen.
It doesn't make you a citizen, but it allows you an opportunity to stay and make that happen within a certain amount of time.
Exactly.
If you do not make that happen, then you got to go back.
Yeah.
So that is, to me, how it should be. And on paper, that is how it is. But that is not what we're experiencing in real life. People are dying by the thousands simply for a better way to live.
For a while,
you keep talking like you want our society to have some morals and standards that they ain't gonna never fucking have. Yeah, our society ain't gonna never have no morals and standards. This is America.
Well, that's terrible.
America is this. This is a stick up. It's a stick up when you go to Starbucks and pay $8 for a coffee. It's a stick up when you go pay for gas. It's a stick up when you pay for food. It's a stick up when you pay for your clothes. It's a stick up when you pay for your lights and your gas. And then they'll let your cable go off for 4 days and then send you the same bill. I'm sorry, what happened? It was off for 4 days. I don't get a 4-day credit. They can let your rolling lights go off in Los Angeles. Y'all rolling lights go off for an hour or two. I'm sorry, I don't see this hour or two credit on my bill. It's society. It's the way it's set up.
Well,
the way this society is set up is
cynical life.
Huh?
And I don't want to raise my son in a cynical world. I want us to do better.
No, you want to raise your son to be a
bridge. And we're just talking about California. They got a half-ass bridge that people are crossing, and the Democrats are just refusing to either tear down or rebuild on some old ego. And now people are being detained. It's creating sickness throughout for thousands upon thousands of people. Children are being sent over here on their own. God only knows what's happening to the babies.
Okay, so now that you know that all of this is happening, all of this is happening, all of this, every last one of this happening.
Right. Y'all voted for Biden. Don't y'all feel like a little stupid? Like, I'm gonna come in and fix
you know what?
immigration.
I don't feel stupid for voting for Biden. You know who I feel stupid for voting for?
No, who?
All them motherfuckers. That's who I feel stupid for voting for. You take your pick, okay? But you gotta vote for somebody, okay? You gotta vote for somebody.
Sorry, y'all, but
so if you think that, like I said on stage the other day, they sent us a $1,400 check for the stimulus. If you want me to be happy about that $14, you must be out your mind, because I've been working since I was 14 and you've been taking money out my check since I was 14. So you want me to be happy, put a couple zeros behind that $1,400 and then I feel happy. But right now,
bit of that 40 acre and a mule.
Okay, exactly. But you giving me $1,400 and you want me to be happy? No, I'm the person that say, damn it, I deserve it, and you should send another 14 in less than 14 damn days. That's how I feel about it. You see what I'm saying? Because I've been working since I was 14. My first job was at Dairy Queen, and they took taxes out my check.
They took taxes. I know. Ready? Okay, yeah. So Biden said, no, I'm sorry, y'all. My advice is just don't come. So now he's supposed to be making everybody a citizen. What happened to that? Now he's saying, stay your ass at home.
Until we can make the first wave of citizens, and then the second wave comes. You know what? Take your ass to Mexico and live, and see how fast you run your ass back over here.
I ain't going to Mexico.
I'm going.
I'm okay. You going? I'll come visit you.
See how fast you run your ass back across that border.
Montezuma don't fuck with me like that. I go to Mexico, I be like, I can't eat nothing. Every time I go, ever since I was a kid, I catch Montezuma give me. So I can't live there, but I sure love it there. We did our honeymoon in Puerto Rico, but I've worked several times.
No, you talk about Puerto Rico. I'm talking about across the border in the Tijuana, and get you one of them little huts and stay in it.
I wouldn't mind, honey. You laughing, but I am simple and easy like Sunday morning, honey. I would love to go. Jamaica is my retired dream.
That ain't Mexico.
Nothing but a laptop, my man, a hut, and some herbal lessons. Hey. And not the kind you wash your hair with.
The show is now 4 minutes over.
But my point, okay, well, yeah, we're gonna get off this line. Thank you, my love, for being so polite and reminding us, because I was just about to get into my rhythms. But yes, I know you are tired. But I enjoyed our conversation. We're gonna work it out for you guys next week. You look lovely, Zandra. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people before we wrap this out? You're right, Cook. I'm tired too.
It's whereIam.com. I'll have more information on the next show.
Thank you, my baby. Okay, Cook.
Just look for me to be even funnier next week, because that's all I care about.
And I'm Paula J. Parker, and thank you for rolling and ride with us. Once again,
Let me tell you something, my friend. Don't you talk about the war, okay? We're not going on the war.
Look, we could have done that whole segment, but you ready to roll. You be acting like Granny.
No, I'm ready to go.
She's 3 hours ahead. That's not fair. She's 3 hours ahead.
I don't care. I'm 2 hours ahead now.
Look, it is past my touching me self-time. Bye.
Girl, bye. He's gonna hang up. He's gone.
I kept it clean.
At least tell people where they can find that fly. Stand up, let us see your dashiki thingy. It's kind of Mexico inspired more.
I thought it was a poncho. That's a poncho.
Yeah. Footintheassgear.com. Footintheassgear.com is where you can get my stuff. Footintheassgear.com.
Okay, Footintheassgear. And we've all been blessed, testified. Cookie's been getting so many beautiful orders for her clothing. Zandra's been racking in the dough with promoters, and we're going to make that happen. And I'm out here, and there's going to be a press release. And I don't get that kind of stuff, so y'all know it's you and it's God.
Try to get Red Bull as a promoter.
Huh, baby?
I said, try to get Red Bull as a promoter so we can stay the hell up.
I know that's right. And I got a secret for you guys. I'm not gonna spill the beans, but next week there's gonna be a secret guest, and y'all gonna be real surprised and real happy. And I love you. And I'm cutting out.
Later.
If I knew how.